Hey, my friends, it's always my pleasure to have you here. So let's talk about something pretty interesting that just happened in Washington. The Senate Republicans decided to pull the so-called nuclear option to change the rules for confirming President Trump's nominees. Yeah, that sounds dramatic, right? Nuclear option. But what does that really mean and why should you care? Well, stick with me, because this has some big implications for how our government works and for the balance of power in Congress. All right, so here's the situation. For years, the Senate has been kind of a slow-moving machine. Part of that is by design. It's supposed to be the chamber of debate and careful consideration. But recently, Republicans have been frustrated with how long it's taking to confirm a lot of Trump's nominees. We're talking about lower and mid-level positions across federal agencies that are just sitting empty. Republicans argue that Democrats are dragging their feet, using the rules to delay confirmations, and that it's slowing down the entire government. So what did they do? They went ahead and changed the rules. The Senate voted, mostly along party lines, to allow groups of nominees to be confirmed together in a single vote. That means instead of taking up hours or even days debating and voting on each person one by one, they can now approve dozens at a time. Imagine 40 or 50 names getting confirmed in one go. That's a huge change compared to the old process. Now, this doesn't apply to every nominee. Cabinet secretaries, federal judges, and Supreme Court justices still have to go through the old, more thorough process. But for many other executive branch positions, this new bulk vote system is now in place. And that's where people start to get divided. So let's break it down. Republicans are saying this is common sense. Their argument is that too many government jobs are sitting empty, agencies can't function properly, and the delays are purely political. From their perspective, this new rule helps the government get back to work faster. And honestly, who doesn't want a functioning government, right? But Democrats see it very differently. They argue that a lot of these nominees are controversial or simply not qualified for the jobs they've been picked for. By allowing them to be confirmed in big batches, you lose that individual scrutiny. Think about it. If you had to hire someone for an important role in your company, would you want to interview them carefully, or would you just approve 40 people at once and hope for the best? Democrats are basically saying the Senate is supposed to be the quality control here, not a rubber stamp. Here's a question for you. Do you think it's more important for the government to move quickly and fill roles, or to slow down and make sure every person is carefully vetted? Efficiency versus accountability. Which one matters more to you? And let's be honest, there's also the bigger picture to think about. Every time one party changes the rules to make things easier for themselves, the other party ends up using those same rules when they take power. We've seen this happen before, especially with judicial nominations. So while Republicans may be celebrating now, it's entirely possible that Democrats will turn around and use this same shortcut when they're in charge. And if both sides keep escalating like this, what's left of the Senate's old traditions of debate and minority rights? It makes you wonder, are we moving toward a system where the majority just gets whatever it wants, no matter how slim that majority is? And if so, is that really the kind of democracy we want? At the same time, let's not forget the practical side. This rule change doesn't affect every position, and nominees still have to go through committee hearings before reaching the Senate floor. So it's not like there's zero oversight. But the final step, the actual confirmation, is now a whole lot faster and potentially less transparent. The real question is what happens next. Will this lead to dozens of Trump's nominees being confirmed quickly, filling those vacant roles in agencies and changing the way government operates in the short term? Or will it backfire politically, giving Democrats even more ammunition to argue that Republicans are undermining the checks and balances that are supposed to keep our government in line? So what do you think? Should the Senate prioritize speed and efficiency, or is it worth keeping the slower process to ensure more transparency and accountability? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear what side you're on with this. That's going to wrap it up for today. If you found this breakdown helpful and you want to keep up with how politics is shaping policy in real time, make sure to hit that like button, share this video with a friend, and of course, subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Thanks so much for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.